Hey everyone, in this video we're going to make your Windows laptops and desktops run like it's brand new again. We will make it run at its maximum speed. Do you guys remember when you first bought your PC and how fast it ran? But over the years it just got slower and slower? Well, that's exactly what we're going to fix today. First of all, if you don't know me, my name is Paul and I have over a decade of PC support, maintenance, and optimizations experience. It's basically what I do all day, every day. So for number one, we're going to update our graphics driver. Go over to Start menu and start typing in DXDIAG. Something like this should pop up. Just click on it. From this window, you can see your computer information. But what we want to do is click on the Display tab. Take a look at where it says Name. This is basically the graphic card that your computer currently has. And what we want to do is find the latest driver for it. So to do that, I like to just go on Google the name and driver. For me, the second or first link would work. And I usually end up somewhere like this. From here, I just fill in my graphic card. And then for some of your graphic card, you might have different types of graphic card. For example, here there is Game Ready driver and Studio driver. If you're more interested in playing games, then pick the first one. But if you want to do more creative work like video editing, Photoshop, and things like that, then choose the Studio driver. When you're done, just hit search. And then all you have to do is click on download. And when it's done, just install that driver. And that's pretty much it for number one. Okay, for number two, we're going to disable privacy leak. The first thing we need to do is open up settings, and the easiest way I like to go there is by right-clicking on your desktop and just choosing personalize. From here, just click on system and then click on notification here. From here, you want to scroll down and just uncheck these two. Next, you want to click on privacy and security, then hit general. From here, you want to disable all four of these. Okay, now click on privacy and security again. This time go on diagnostics and feedback. Turn off diagnostic data and then expand where it says tailored experience. Turn that off too. And scroll down. I also recommend deleting the diagnostic data that Microsoft has collected about you so far. So just click here and choose delete. Now scroll down again. For feedback frequency, I just choose never. And that's it for number two. Just exit out of here. Number three is disabling visual and animations. It makes your windows a little less pretty to look at, but you gain better performance. Head over to your start menu and start typing in advanced. Then you want to click where it says view advanced system settings. From here, where it says performance, click on settings. From here, I just like to choose adjust for best performance, but I like to leave this one and this one on because it makes sure Windows look better, but the performance impact is very low. And that's it. Click OK and OK again. Number four is game mode. We just have to make sure it's turned on. So right click on your desktop and choose display settings. From here, click on gaming, game mode, and just make sure that it's turned on. If you're on Windows 10 and have a hard time finding it, just search for it in settings. And that's it. Exit out of here. For the next few sections, we're going to use a tool called Pegasun System Utilities. We're going to use a free version of it to do most of the work. You could install it or just run the portable version. And the reason we're even downloading it is because without it, it will literally take us like 20 hours of manual work to do everything that we're going to do. To get it, just open up a browser and head over to pegasun.com. That's pegasun.com. If you're okay with installing it, just hit download. But if you want the portable version, click on Products and Services and System Utilities. Scroll all the way down and then click on portable.zip. Once the download complete, just click on this arrow and click Show in Folder. All you have to do is double click to install it and follow the prompt. And then when you hit finish, it should open up the program. If you downloaded the portable version, just double click on it and extract this folder into your desktop. When you first open the program, this is what you should see. Now this part is very important. What you want to do is click on Create System Restore Point and wait for it to finish. Do not go forward until you've created a system restore point. This is to make sure if anything ever goes wrong, we can always restore our computer back to the way it was. Once you verify that it says restore point created successfully, click OK, hit next, and just finish. For number 6, we're going to open up a program called Service Manager. All we have to do is click on Optimize PC from Quick Tools, and then this should pop up. This program will disable a whole bunch of useless background services that are running and doing things that barely affects you. These background services are basically just eating up your PC resources. So hit maximum and click Optimize. If there's anything you don't want optimized, you can just unselect it. Then hit Optimize and then close. Next, you want to hit where it says Hide Microsoft Services. The first thing you want to do is hit Startup, and it'll sort by what will start up automatically. Look through this list and see if there's anything that you're okay with not having it run in the background. For example, I don't really care about Adobe Acrobat Update Service, so I'm going to right click on it and set service type to disable. The more you can disable, the better, but be careful and don't disable something that you might need. Once you're done, just exit out of here. For number 7, we're going to open up a program called Startup Manager. To do that, all you have to do is click Boost PC Startup from Quick Tools. This program is very simple. It basically shows you all the program that loads up automatically when you log in. And this is bad because too many programs starting up at the same time can really slow down your startup. And if you're not sure what you can safely disable or not, just hit Scan Items. The program will offer you suggestions on what you may want to disable. And remember, you're not uninstalling or deleting any of these programs. You're just telling them to not start up until you double click on them. So just pick what you're okay with, not automatically starting up, and then hit Apply. Next, we'll go to Task Schedules. Now, these are all the tasks that run in the background on a schedule. You definitely don't want some of these running in the background, especially when you're doing something that uses up a lot of resources. For example, let's say you're playing games and Microsoft Edge task starts up in the background. Then your PC will start giving resources to these applications and your games would be running a bit slower. So I just like to disable things that I don't want running in the background on a schedule. For example, this one and these two, since I don't use Microsoft Edge. And that's it here. Just exit out of it. For number 8, we'll use a program called PC Cleaner. All you have to do is click on Clean Your PC. And then this should pop up. If it asks you, do you want to create a system restore point now? I would just hit yes, because why not? This will basically clean up junk and useless files from your PC. You won't really see increased performance, but most people get back about 5 to 10 gig worth of space the first time they run it. That means you have more space on your hard drive for games, movies, pictures, or whatever else. There's really nothing much to do here. All you have to do is check Windows Disk Cleanup and then hit Clean. This will run the Windows built-in disk cleanup and Pegasun PC Cleaner side by side for double the cleaning effect. Wait for it to finish and then exit out of it. Next, we're going to scan and repair this PC. Click on Toolbox and click where it says Scan and Repair this PC. I recommend running this program even if your PC is working just fine. It will basically scan all Windows files and make sure that they're the genuine version, like they're not corrupted or anything. And it's extremely safe to do because it's using the Windows built-in technologies to do them. This will take a very long time though, maybe about an hour, so just run it and leave it running in the background. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate if you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I try to release Windows tips and tricks videos monthly, and if you have anyone that would find this video helpful, I would definitely appreciate if you could share it with them as well. So we have 2 more steps remaining. We'll be running Windows 11/10 Optimizer, which will basically slim down your Windows by removing bloatware, disabling tracking, increasing your privacy, and a whole bunch of other things that I'll show in a bit. And lastly, we'll be running Turbo Mode, which, like the name says, put your PC in turbo mode, meaning your PC will be in high performance mode and be running much faster. But unfortunately, the last 2 steps does require a premium license. But the good news is, once the checkout is complete, you get the license key immediately. And if you use the code YouTubePaul during checkout, you can get another 10% off your entire order. Once you get the key, you basically just insert it into the registration box. And if you're hesitant on getting the premium version, no worries at all, because it's completely optional. But I would recommend at least watching until the end of the video to see if this is something you might be interested in. Okay, once the registration is complete, I'm going to head over to Windows 11/10 Optimizer by clicking Speed Up Windows 11. For you, it might say Windows 10. Like I was saying earlier, this program shows a whole bunch of things it does to slim, optimize, and increase privacy for Windows. Head over to Optimize tab, and I basically select everything in every tab except for block spying domain. From here, all you have to do is click on Optimize. And when it's done, you can just click OK and exit out of it. Number 11. Turbo mode is the last thing we're going to cover. Just click on the tab where it says Turbo. As I mentioned earlier, this puts your PC on a high performance mode, makes it run cooler, and improves battery life. But first, we need to configure it. So hit Configure. Click Next. These are all the services that Turbo mode would temporarily disable. You can leave it as is, and then I'll hit Next. And these are third-party services that you can temporarily turn off. I'll leave it as is for now. I don't have any background process I want to turn off, so I'm going to hit Next. Here, I'm going to turn off Clear RAM and reapply Turbo mode every 30 minutes. And the reason for that is if I'm playing a game, I don't want my RAM cleaned up in the middle of it. And then I'm going to hit Next. From here, just hit Finish. Next, all you have to do is turn it on. But before I turn it on, let me show you what it actually does by opening up a task manager. So I'm going to go on Performance tab and move Pegasun System Utilities to the side. Keep your eyes on where it says Utilization, Processes, Threads, and Handles. Now watch what happens when I click Turn On. Okay, Turbo mode has been turned on. Now all we have to do is wait a few minutes for the threads and processes count to go down. And that's it. Now, all you have to do is restart your PC. Once you do restart, I really hope this makes a big difference in your PC performance. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them down below because I check all comments. And lastly, if you guys found this video helpful, I would really appreciate if you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and share. That's all from me, and thanks for sticking until the end. Have a great one.